here's the voice of the San Francisco 49ers, Greg Papa.
Oh, yeah. I say every week. The weekend's here. Greg Papa just sweeps in the weekend. It's always fun to talk to him. And, boy, did he have some phone calls last week.
Yes, he did. He had a lot of fun in the booth.
Hopefully he'll be resting the voice.
Yep.
He'll be eating getting close to the Gucci cookie moments and so much more as we welcome in the voice of your San Francisco 49ers, Greg Papa. Good morning, Greg.
Yeah, I got my Starbucks this morning, Dave, and they're already breaking out the Christmas cups.
Yeah.
We're not even at Thanksgiving yet. I'm not going Gucci yet. But I had a bye week. I may be driving right through you guys on the way to Tahoe.
Oh,
really? Here in, I know it's going to have precipitation up there. Are we going to have snow up there, or are we going to have rain up there?
You're talking about in Tahoe, not here, right?
Tahoe. Yeah.
I can tell you, Greg, as we look at the Greg Papa weather report.
The Doppler?
The Papa Doppler.
Carmichael Dave Doppler?
The Poplar. Let's see. South Lake Tahoe this weekend. Highs of 49 today, 45 and 42. Lows of 22, 36, and 32. Tomorrow, 50% chance it's just a little rain cloud, but you never know.
That's what I saw.
Might be
that's
some.
What I saw.
Listen, I don't want to. I'm going to make my audience angry because talked about the Niners. I got to ask you one non-Niner question. I asked this on Twitter last night. Is there a point for Warrior fans is there a point this season, and if so, what do you think it would be if they continue to play poorly for us to really start hearing about the culture is irrevocably broken, somebody's got to go, this has to do with the summer? Is that even a possibility to you?
Well, I mean, as far as the culture, there's nothing wrong with the culture. Okay. You just have older players that are playing a little old. Last night, Clay, I thought played really well. That's the best game he's played, not just in the point total, the way he guarded. He had that one steal overplaying in the middle and went up the floor and made a tough shot. He was making a shot. But the shot at the end was a difficult shot. Steph got doubled, and he tried to one-hand it in the baseline. But I thought he played well. I think they're just not playing well enough, and they're playing sloppy, and they're fouling way too much. I'm going to wait a little while before I liken this year's Warriors to last year's Giants. Mm-hmm. The Giants last year got off to a 14-7 start. This team started okay, but now they can't win on the road, and they don't look like themselves. The game in Charlotte, they had a 4-point lead with a minute to go, and they lost the game. Are you kidding me? And Steph Curry took some really bad shots coming down the stretch. That's what he does. He takes bad shots, and he's the best bad shot maker in the history of basketball, so you can't get on him too much. But he was trying to play hero ball and just a lot of things. The Miami game, Clay bobbling the 2-on-1. And then the young guys, Wiseman really struggled last night, just struggled. And I think he was getting frustrated. There was one offensive rebound put back, a complete phantom foul. He should have been going to the line for a 3-point play. Instead, he got whistled. They shot free throws. And then that terrible box out where they get the rebound, they stick it back in, he gets fouled in a foul, he throws the ball off the stanchion, he takes a tee, they sub him out for Draymond, the missed free throw, back out for a 3. Wow, 6 points on one possession, but they still had time to come back and win the game. So I hear you. I don't think it's culture. I think it's just simply Andrew Wiggins all of a sudden can't make a layup. Jordan Poole, who's like Steph, is taking really hard shots, and he makes them too, but let's try to make it easier here. Move the ball a little bit more and try to get a better shot. I think they're going to be fine. This is somewhat to be expected coming off a championship and, winning on June 16th, having a parade on the 20th, and having to go to Tokyo, Japan during the preseason. And then you get the whole Draymond thing with Jordan in camp. And so I'm not going to overreact, but I think you also can't underreact. All of a sudden they look like an older, tired team, and they may be older and tired because the calendar's November and not March or April. But I don't know. I'm not going to overreact, but you don't want to underreact. But they are getting me a little bit of a Giant vibe from last season, where all of a sudden those older guys that had career years don't look the same.
Talking with Greg Papa here on our Folsom Lake Honda One-Stop Honda Shop hotline. Greg, got to ask about kind of that overreact, not underreact either. That second half, really the whole game against the Rams, was great, but the second half was just beautiful. Offense, defense, special teams, everything on it. Is that the best version there now? And I think about a bye week, guys getting healthy and more time for Kyle Shanahan to implement what he wants to this offense. I just shouldn't everybody be really excited about the second half of this season?
Totally, Jason. I'm so excited. That's the team. And we've seen them in spurts. We haven't seen it for 4 quarters. And, even in this game, they didn't play well defensively the first half. But once they started to hit Stafford in the second half, he didn't want to get hit anymore. And he was a different guy. They couldn't convert on third down. McCaffrey is he's a much better player than I thought he was. When you watch him on the other team, you're analyzing different things. I think he got quicker and more elusive and even faster as the season went on from earlier in the year. And he played really well against the 49ers October the 9th. And then they started to look into trading for him. But this last game, he's just a difference maker. That guy, he's like a Steph Curry with the gravitational pull. You can scheme the whole offense around him. And then you've got, Debo and George Kittle and Brandon Ayuk and Kyle Juszczyk and Jawan Jennings and Elijah Mitchell's coming back. I mean, they got so many pieces you could, factor around him. I'm really excited. And Jimmy played really well in the game. The O-line did a nice job. And then on defense, Charvarius Ward is back to being Charvarius. Jimmy Ward was better in this game. Hopefully coming out of the bye, you're going to get Eric Armstead back at some point. Javon Kinlaw maybe after the Charger game. Azeez Al-Shire later. So I've already started looking. During the bye week, I got to watch football some way, somehow. You guys know that. I've already started. I was watching the Dallas Cowboys earlier in the week and looking at them. And do you run at Micah Parsons or away from Micah Parsons? What do you do with CeeDee Lamb? Boy, Tony Pollard's quick. He's almost Christian McCaffrey quick. And those inside runs. And, and then I'm watching Philadelphia last night. Yeah, Jalen Hurts he's improved his accuracy, but I'm not sure he's ready. There are a couple throws he missed last night. You can run on Philadelphia. You can beat up the quarterback, especially over the left side of their line and bring pressure. So the 49ers are good. They feel like they should be 6-2 going into the bye, not 4-4. So that may cost you being the number 1 seed. But, win the NFC West, get at least 1 home playoff game, maybe 2, and then maybe have to go on the road and win a championship game. Or if one of those teams gets beat above you, you host the championship game. Yeah, Jason, get excited. I think we're finally seeing the team we thought, and it took them a little while, and hopefully the injured guys come back, and we don't have any more injuries. Of course, you will at some point, but this team's starting to hum. There's no doubt.
Greg Papa joining us. For many years before his induction to the Pro Football Hall of Fame in 2014, Ray Guy was considered one of the most worthy players who had not yet been selected. He was the first punter enshrined in the Hall of Fame, still the only player at his position in the Hall of Fame. And in his speech, he proudly said, quote, "Now the Hall of Fame has a complete team." Ray Guy Greg Papa is the voice of the 49ers, but a little bit of history with the Raiders. And I couldn't let you visit with us, Greg, without mentioning the wonderful Ray Guy.
Without a doubt. I mean, the sport is called football, and yet they don't, Jan Stenerud was the only kicker in the Hall of Fame forever. Morton Anderson went in. Vinatieri will go in. Justin Tucker will go in. There should be more. And then as far as punters, Gerald Wilson, who was Ray Guy's contemporary and, with those great Kansas City teams, and they played so much, he should be in the Hall of Fame. I hope it opens it up for Shane Leckler. I texted Shane right away for him to go in. Shane, statistically, Dave, in some categories, had it over Ray Guy. Mm-hmm. But there's no question. You could look up punter in the dictionary, and there's a picture of Ray Guy. He is, without question. You could even debate whether Don Hudson in his time was better than Jerry Rice at wide receiver. There is no debate over who was the best punter in the history of pro football. It was Ray Guy. And it was not just that's why you can't look at the gross and the net, because he was so a part of winning. The coffin corner kick, before they brought the Aussie rules rugby kick into the game with Darren Bennett in San Diego, Ray would kick the ball out of bounds. He invented hang time.
Yeah.
Nobody ever heard of hang time until Ray Guy came in and Paul Zimmerman pulled out a stopwatch and how high is he kicking the ball? There's no return yards here. He'd kick it 45 yards. The ball would be up 4.5 seconds. He changed the game, and he was a great athlete. He could have played on defense. A lot of people thought he was the Raiders' best quarterback. But he was so clutch. He was so perfect. he waited forever. Like they waited so long to get Snake in. Snake was gone. Ridiculous. She waited so long to get Cliff in. Cliff was gone when he went in this August. Ridiculous. He had to wait 22 years, Ray, to go in the Hall of Fame. John Madden had to wait almost 30 damn years to go in. I don't know. It's the shadow of Al Davis, I think. But in any event, he was so proud when he went in. I remember doing a 35, 40-minute interview with him in studio TV. And after he got in on a Monday after a Raider game, and he just loved it. He loved being a Ray guy, and he was a difference maker. Great person, great teammate. We lost him too early, certainly in his early 70s, but without a doubt, you can debate every position on the field, I think, and even wide receiver. There is no debate. Ray Guy, the greatest punter in the history of pro football.
Well said.
Yeah.
And
perfect.
Not many people on this planet that we'd want to ask about Mr. Guy more than you. Enjoy the off week, bye week, I should say. Enjoy this weekend. Please take care of yourself. You know how it happens.
You're worried about me breaking a leg or tearing an ACL? Is that what you're worried about?
Listen, I'm not saying nothing. I'm just saying the 49ers haven't had the best luck with injuries, and I care about you.
Wow.
Just be careful.
The only body part I could hurt is my larynx. What does it matter? My eyeballs. What am I?
That's
I go
true.
up skiing and I break every bone in my body. I can still do the game, right?
That is
full
true.
body cast and Greg's
That is
calling the
true.
game.
I'm from Buffalo, Dave. I'm from Buffalo. I can ski.
But it's been a while, but I remember there was a time and your back was hurting and it
I got 2 herniated discs.
Yeah.
I know how to sit back on the,
yeah.
I know about a long time ago. I used to ski like a maniac.
Yes.
We used to play tackle football going down the mountain. We would bring a football and try to tackle. Yeah, it was awesome. It was fun. And then the whole Sonny Bono thing happened.
Oh, yeah.
And I thought, like, oh. But there was one trip. I was at Heavenly. Last run of the day, I'm just bombing the mountain. I was just straight lining it. And some guy comes from the side and clips me. And I go airborne. I dislocated my shoulder. I was in so much pain.
Oh, man.
So after that, I'm not skiing. I'm not skiing like that anymore, but it's fun. I love the snow.
Okay.
I love the snow.
Apple
I
cider.
love playing the snow.
Hot chocolate, apple cider, a fire. Yeah. Okay.
That's some cider. Yeah.
You're the best. Enjoy yourself.
Thanks,
We'll talk
Greg.
to you in a week.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Talk to you in a week.
Take care. That's Grandpapa. He's awesome.
Yeah.
He's awesome. He is a bright light in the world of the San